Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a book haul for my birthday. I got this from Book Outlet. I believe I only got 8 books, but I have a couple more packages coming. One from Book Outlet, thriftbooks.com, and amazon.com. Thrift Books and Amazon have yet to come in the mail, so I figured that I would do the Book Outlet one and just show you how good their books are, and the prices are really good. I got 8 books for $52, but I think Thrift Books might have them be on the pricing. So the first book that I got was an Abby Glines book. I couldn't believe they had her on the website, so I bought her almost her entire series of, I think it's The Field Party. I haven't read this one by her, but I read her Rosemary Beach and her Seabreeze series. Loved those. I'm actually on my way to start collecting them because I used to listen to them on audiobook. So this is what the back says for this one. Maggie. I wonder how it would feel to laugh again, to laugh right out loud, to feel the sound of it on my tongue, but knowing that my mother was gone and that I had to make sure my father paid for his crime. Could I ever laugh again? Could I hear my own voice and not break into a million pieces? West. All Mama and I could do was keep doing the same things that made Dad happy, even if inside we were both falling apart. He wasn't just a husband to Mama, he was her best friend. And next year I wanted to play college football, but with Dad not here, how do I continue with my dreams, with our dreams? So it's nice hardcover. The next book I got from this series was Under the Lights by Abby Glines. Willa. Gunnar and Brady were the safe and happy part of my past that I often dreamed of about at night, when I needed to escape my reality. My life here would be very different from the way it once had been. I have made a mistake that I would never truly pay for. Gunnar. Love wasn't real. It was a fleeting emotion that confused you, then destroyed you in the end. You couldn't trust people. The moment you loved them, they had power to hurt you. No girl would ever touch my heart. I was too damn smart for that. Brady. Ivy was easy. We understood each other. We were alike in many ways. She was sweet and dependable, if not, also annoying at times. I didn't have to work to make her happy, even if I knew I didn't love her. Was that what I wanted, easy, or did I want more? Next book I have is After the Game by Abby Glines. 2 years ago, Riley Young fled from Lawton, Alabama after accusing the oldest Lawton son, Rhett, of rape. She was called a liar by everyone, and she had no option but to leave. Now she's back, but she's not at Lawton High School finishing up her senior year. She's at home raising a little girl who no one believed was Rhett's. Rhett is off at college living the life he was afraid he'd lose with Riley's accusation. So Riley agrees to move back to Lawton so she and her parents can take care for her grandmother who is suffering from Alzheimer's. But the town hasn't forgotten their hate for her, and she hasn't forgotten the way they turned on her when she needed them the most. When town golden boy Brady Higgins finds Riley and her daughter, Brian, stranded on the side of the road in a storm, he pulls over and gives them a ride. Not because he cares about Riley, of course, but because of the kid. But after the simple car ride, he begins to question everything he thought he knew. Could Brady believe Riley and risk losing everything? The next book in that series is Losing the Field. Nash. She may have not hated me anymore, but she didn't like me, and I wanted to fix that. Not just to ease my guilt, because I wanted to know the girl she's become. Talou. The truth was deep down, I have forgiven him. Next book I have is After the Game by Abby Glines. 2 years ago, Riley Young fled from Lawton, Alabama after accusing the oldest Lawton son, Rhett, of rape. She was called a liar by everyone, and she had no option but to leave. Now she's back, but she's not at Lawton High School finishing up her senior year. She's at home raising a little girl who no one believed was Rhett's. Rhett is off at college living the life he was afraid he'd lose with Riley's accusation. So Riley agrees to move back to Lawton so she and her parents can take care for her grandmother who is suffering from Alzheimer's. But the town hasn't forgotten their hate for her, and she hasn't forgotten the way they turned on her when she needed them the most. When town golden boy Brady Higgins finds Riley and her daughter Brian stranded on the side of the road in a storm, he pulls over and gives them a ride. Not because he cares about Riley, of course, but because of the kid. But after the simple car ride, he begins to question everything he thought he knew. Could Brady believe Riley and risk losing everything? The next book that I have is Abby Glines Losing the Field, Nash. She may not have hated me anymore, but she didn't like me, and I wanted to fix that, not just to ease my guilt, but because I wanted to get to know the girl she's become. Tallulah. The truth was deep down I had forgiven him. I just didn't want to. There was damage there he caused. Even if he made my heart flutter, he didn't have to know. He didn't deserve to know. The next book I got is Making a Play by Abby Glines. Aurora. He didn't seem to care about my being deaf. If he was a player, then why would he go out of his way to get to know me? What I was being told and the guy in front of me didn't add up. Riker. But damn, when she'd been sitting there staring at me with those big green eyes, I just hadn't cared about anything other than to get to know her more. She drew me in with the silence. It was impressive and scary as hell. So I got, I think the first 5 books in that series. I think there's 7. This is from her Seabury series, Abby Glines, and I got Hold On Tight. This is the series. That's the first one, and then so on and so forth. The back says, 6 years ago, Sienna Roy found out she was pregnant with Dustin Falcon's baby, but Dustin died in a car crash, and Sienna left Seabury's to raise her son alone. Now Sienna's back, and everything has changed. Dwayne Falcon is still getting over the death of his brother Dustin. He'll never forgive himself for letting Dustin drive drunk that night, drowning his sorrows in women. Dwayne just wants to forget. But when Sienna moves back to town, Sienna, whom Dwayne has loved since they were kids, Sienna, who is gorgeous beyond reckoning, Dwayne is reminded that some things are worth fighting for. With her dad gone and her mom having moved away, Sienna returned home to raise her son. In Seabury's, it's hard to shake Dustin's memory, but as much as she loved him, part of her heart would always belong to his brother. Conflicted over the past and confused about the future, Sienna doesn't know how to handle being around Dwayne again. As Dwayne and Sienna find themselves drawn together, they can't ignore the love and passion they've always simmered between them. It finally might be time for them to hold on tight and never let go. The next book that I got is On the Island by Tracy Garvis Graves. I heard this book a really long time ago. I kind of actually forgot about it. And then I was on Book Outlet and I saw it and I was like, you're coming in my basket. So, Anna Emerson is a 30-year-old English teacher desperately in need of an adventure. Worn down by the cold Chicago winters and a relationship that's going nowhere, she jumps at the chance to spend the summer on a tropical island tutoring the 16-year-old TJ. TJ Callahan has no desire to go anywhere. His cancer is in remission and he wants to go back to his normal life. But his parents are insisting that he spend the summer in the Maldives catching up on school he missed last year. Anna and TJ board a private plane headed to the Callahan's summer home, and as they fly over the Maldives, 1,200 islands, the unthinkable happens. Their plane crashes in shark-infested water. They make it to shore, but soon discover that they are stranded on an uninhabitable island. At first, their only thought is survival, but the days turn to weeks and then months. Annie begins to wonder if the biggest challenge of all might be living with a boy who is gradually becoming a man. Book was so good. Loved it. Okay, the next book I got is Cupid's Match, and this used to be a Wattpad story. Sounds really good. Leela Black doesn't believe in matchmaking, let alone soulmates. So why is she constantly being hassled by Cupid's matchmaking service? But this gilded cherub beckoning dating agency isn't exactly what it seems, and it's about to turn Leela's entire world upside down. It turns out that Cupid's matchmaking is a real deal, as in it's run by actual Cupids who don't look at all like they're supposed to in the paintings, and they have a serious problem with Leela's match because this guy shouldn't be in the system. He shouldn't have a match. And while he's irresistibly hot and also incredibly dangerous because Leela's true love match is Cupid, the original bad boy of love, and he wants her. Now Leela, once normal teenage world, has exploded into a mythological nightmare overrun by crime lord sirens, wrathful Cupid hitmen, magic arrows that cause no end of trouble, and mischievous, not so angelic love god she can't seem to stop herself from falling for. Yep, so that was my book haul. I got all of these for $52. I'm pretty sure I told you all that earlier. Really good. So, thank you for watching my channel.